And there we go. We're live. Uh-oh. I don't know if I should feel sorry for y'all for joining us or happy. Whatever the case is. We got all sorts of stuff. We got mail. There's some interesting news coming out of Disney. We got a trip that she's been on and another one she's going on. And who knows where else we end up with. We'll kind of go where you guys tell us to. Well, as long as it's within politeness. Be nice. All right. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy for us before the major, massive snowstorm is supposed to hit on Tuesday.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yep. Oh, wait. Is that today?
Happy pre-snowstorm Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Valentine's Day. I don't know. I didn't give my wife anything today.
Happy Singles Awareness Day. This morning. Iconic.
No, I gave my wife Valentine's yesterday because we didn't want to do it tonight with being Friday night before a big storm. And it was going to be ugly out there. So, yep. So, we did Valentine's yesterday. Wow. Anyways, better be careful. I'm going to start grossing Megan out here. So anyways, there's some definite theme park news out there. Not a huge amount, but a couple interesting things. Let's see. Greg, good evening. Now we have to be polite and nice. Wait, I'm polite and nice? When did that happen? Yeah, what? So Wall Street Journal had a very interesting article this week that's kind of made the rounds, talking about a common complaint against Disney. And now the Wall Street Journal is saying Disney is talking about it. That they've outpriced the middle class, and they're starting to see numbers dip a little bit. Profits were off. They had seen a 2% increase in annual income when usually it's been like between 3 and 5, and profits in the parks were down.
Yeah. Then I believe it also said they noticed the streaming service pulling a lot of the weight.
Yeah, Disney Plus actually started making profit and helping pull the company instead of the theme parks doing it.
That was probably the most surprising part of the article.
Yeah.
It was like, especially with everything that Disney Plus pumps out and
so
perceptions of the series.
Then the question becomes, what if it isn't actually the prices, but it's all the stuff they've cut while they've raised the prices?
Yeah, the value for money.
So you kind of like the video I published yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah.
It was pretty timely. The article and the video.
I don't know. I keep wishing that Disney would realize, in our efforts to just squeeze out money, they've forgotten the Paul Pressler. Do you know about the Paul Pressler era at Disneyland?
I know the name. I don't know the details.
So, let me see. Hang on. Jacob, I will come back to that question. That's a good question. So Paul Pressler was a retail chain executive that they put in charge of Disneyland. And he tried to run Disneyland as if it was a retail store.
That's not a good idea.
And
sound like it.
So the stores lost a lot of the unique merchandise they had, got filled with cheap plush and other stuff. And then the rides were budgets were cut. Maintenance budgets were cut because, if you're running a retail store and you only have 2/3 of your lights on instead of all of them, not a big deal. It was during the Paul Pressler era and all the cuts that you had the cleat ripped loose on the dock of the Mark Twain.
Uh-oh.
I think it might have been Columbia pulling in, that flew into the crowd and killed somebody. It's during the Paul Pressler era that you had the Big Thunder Mountain wreck. That's what happens when you cut funds on everything. Yeah, it was an ugly time for the park. Customer service levels were way down. And finally they got rid of Pressler and the parks came back up again.
A couple people have said our mics are a little unbalanced.
Okay.
Either mine's low or yours is high.
Okay, let me keep.
You.
Megan's mic is low. Okay. How is that? Tell me if that's a little bit better. I got her bumped up a little bit.
I'm still talking. This is my talking level.
Well, that and I get loud.
It's okay.
I get loud.
Don't we all?
So, but thank you for that, guys. Bought $5 in Disney stock. There was a time Disney stock was a big deal. I hated selling mine. But yeah. Craig's saying pull back this Sir Mike. Okay. So let me know how that balance is and see if that is any better. Mike is still saying Mega's low.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's so funny because I never am told that I'm quiet.
Okay. There we go. So let me know when you guys get a chance if we're a little bit better balanced.
Yes. Sorry.
But yeah, it was just like, ooh, we finally realized that we're starting to squeeze out the people that we shouldn't be squeezing out. So, who would have thunk?
I know I was only a pass holder this last year for the first time ever, but also just according to my plans, I decided to not renew it and all that. But it's saving me a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Here, squeeze that a little closer too. That might help.
I was sitting a little different.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still quieter, or was that before?
Nope, still significantly quieter. Okay, so let me back me down.
So sorry.
Try that. Okay. They're saying no difference. Okay. I adjust a couple things. See if that's a little better. I'll move my microphone over and back up a little bit too. Okay. But yeah, definitely different, interesting article. So, let's see. Disneyland is buying a giant offstage storage facility. They probably need it, especially since they're buying all sorts of property around. And there's actually talk that they may finally be getting plans together for a third park.
Let's do it. I have not been. So, Animal Kingdom opened 3 months after I was born. I have not been alive for a Disney park opening. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Oh, this is something too I was going to mention. The red car trolley at Disneyland closed.
I did hear that actually, and I know I obviously won't have a chance to do it, but I looked into it a little bit.
The red car trolley was neat. It was an atmosphere ride.
Yeah. I'm into those.
So the little Hollywood section of California Adventure is like half the length of Main Street, and the red trolley just basically rode that.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine half the length of Main Street to ride.
A good
that was about it.
Efficient type of thing.
So it was an atmosphere thing.
Yeah.
It really was.
Did they close it for Avengers Campus purposes? Did I hear that right, or am I? Yeah,
they're going to be expanding that. Trying to see if anybody's going to let us know if I fix the sound a little bit better. Let me see. Do I think Silver Dollar City will ever open year round in the future? No. And this week is a good example of why not.
Yeah.
It's too cold in the winter here.
A lot of the rides can't even.
No, a lot of the rides can't operate. So it's 30 outside right now. We've been in the low 30s for our highs much of the week. 36. So tomorrow we're supposed to hit into the 40s. Sunday back down to 30s. And then Monday, we got Arctic air coming in. The highs are going to be in the 20s or the teens most of next week. We're getting, depending upon who you talk to, between 5 inches and a foot of snow. We're all going to be shut down for a week. Nobody going to the park in that. New Year's Day and a couple days after, when they've tried being open, it's just too cold.
And I wanted to actually go so I could say that I've been to the park in my birthday, but I was not feeling up for it.
It was what?
So
20 degrees for the high. It was
freezing.
It was stinking cold.
I wasn't feeling great. The weather was not great. I just even though I feel like the resort will be open year round, you just go to Branson.
But there's a reason Branson shuts down in the winter because it's too cold and the weather's ugly. Nobody gonna come out. So
making sound notes. Thank you.
Let's see.
Sit a little differently.
Megan is still quieter. Yeah, let's
scoot over just a little bit.
Let's try and move that a little bit closer.
Voila.
See if that helps a little bit. Okay, and kick mine down. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're so much. It's weird because
we shot 2 episodes exactly the way it was earlier, and the sound was great.
Yeah, I got you near peaking.
Now it's tired.
But yeah, we filmed 2 episodes. recorded on Audacity, checked the sound, sounded like a great balance and mix. I'm like, oh, cool. So,
Not in my face.
so my mic is actually run a little bit differently because I'm actually running mine on an auxiliary input. So let's see. Here, I'll do that. I'll kick mine way down. Way down low. So, and see if that makes any difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, Megan's microphone's definitely on.
And I don't speak quietly.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Thank you though. Sorry.
Okay, let me kick mine back up a little bit. Just a little.
Yeah.
Okay, hers is definitely up louder than mine.
Ooh, I want to answer Josh's question right there. What did Disney do with the Star Wars hotel building? They are going to be turning it into offices. It's like the most anticlimactic piece of news ever, but
Yeah.
also kind of infuriating.
Yeah, it's like all that money for offices.
I can imagine how previous guests of the Star Cruiser feel. They're like, really? After all this, and we paid all this? Offices?
Yeah.
Like, sure, you're close to Hollywood Studios, but those, I don't know, it was supposed to be for an experience for guests.
All right, so they're saying that your mic is not working.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
It
literally just was. If I should start projecting.
It's funny because I'm showing nice, strong output from you. No, it's not your phone. No.
Yeah, I could watch it, George, until you might be back.
Well, it'd be the same thing. Yeah, go ahead. I wonder why hers isn't picking up.
It said no, I'm off duty now.
Because I've got her mic powered and kicked up and yeah. So interesting.
You're good, just keep going.
We can hear her, it just sounds like it's being picked up by my mic. Well, no, because I've got it up. I know I've got the output going.
Well, maybe I'll just project. If that's okay.
Huh. I wonder why it's doing that. I wonder. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So, fun little stuff. Bring it over here, hon, so I can see. Okay. Talk, Megan.
I'm gonna talk, and hopefully I can be heard. Margaret's phone's catching up as we're testing.
So, fun little stuff. Bring it over so I can see. Okay.
Margaret's phone's catching up.
Okay, weird.
Well, I guess we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I don't know. Really
Okay.
strange. Well, if I need to, I'll switch my microphone around to pick us both up.
Back to the Star Cruiser.
Yeah. So yeah, offices. I don't think they ever gave it a chance to get going.
No.
And that was the biggest thing. The price was too much.
Mhm.
And rather than say, okay, let's lower the price a little bit and make this more affordable.
More accessible.
No, we'll just shut it down and write it all off as a loss.
Like, you put in all that work, you have the training, the staffing, the restaurants, all for this.
It's that kind of stuff that just makes me go, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
So,
and like, even though I never got to experience it, I thought it was really unique.
yeah.
So now it's nothing.
I don't know. But so Margaret, Judy says hi. That she misses you.
Miss her too.
So and then so I want to go back to the question we had at the beginning too about the robber shack at Silver Dollar City. So it's really an impossible question to answer. The question was, what's going to happen to the robber shack if they expand the park out and get rid of the robbery? It depends upon what they do with the expansion. And if they put stuff where the robber shack is now, and if they change the whole train layout, and that's going to be a few years off. And it really depends upon how they develop the park out and what they do.
Yeah.
I can make predictions, but they're not based on actual knowledge. So
I feel like there's a couple different routes it could go.
Yeah.
Literal routes. because I don't know how the expansions would look. I'm excited for whatever they do. There's also just kind of a lot of uncertainty.
Yep.
I'm excited for Silver Dollar City to be back open. What is it, like March 13th? That's less than a month away.
Yeah.
Less than a month away.
Silver Dollar City. And I don't know what I'm doing this year.
If you get to see any of it, what are you most excited for? Because there's so much new stuff.
There's so much new stuff. I love the fact they've got the new plaza coming in.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting my little soundboard here and trying another fix. I love that they got the new party plaza. That's going to be permanent. It looks like it'll be really good. I hope that I get to see the Christmas stuff. We'll see. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There's just going to be a lot of changes coming down the road.
I'm excited for all of it, but also I'm gonna miss Street Fest. But also I'm excited to see what they do because I feel like spring is where they're making the most changes.
Street Fest was one of those that. So they had International Fest before Street Fest.
And I didn't see that.
And honestly, it wasn't that different. A little bit more of an international flair to it, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah. They always keep stuff interesting that way.
Oh, I love it.
So, but yeah, I got to figure out what we're okay. So here's something for y'all, because we've talked about us going to Israel. We're still working on it. We just don't know what our timeline is at this point. That's something that for the patrons and stuff in our next round of Zoom calls I'll probably talk about. Yeah. So let everybody know there. But yeah, right now our schedule as far as that is kind of up in the air and we don't know dates and so forth. So we'll see. But it means I don't know if I get Silver Dollar City this year or not. I might actually be able to. So
I'm excited to go back and also bring my new camera with me.
Let's see. What is this? There's now a huge lawsuit. Oh, yes. For the disability pass.
They've been changing. I feel like it's been changing so much.
They've
been follow it very closely. I don't actually know that much about it. I know what it is, but I feel like they're a little bit of a mess.
They've changed it again partially in response to the lawsuit because they were actually denying people access who needed access. Yeah, Disney had a good thing that got massively abused.
Yeah.
So then they tried to change it. And I mean, I had a very optimistic view of it at first, and then they're eliminating a lot of people who needed it. And yeah, it's unfortunately with disabilities, you've got enough jerks out there that try to take advantage of stuff. So the people who need it can't get it, or it ends up hurting everybody else. So it kind of stinks. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the lawsuit. So, Craig, no longer having self-service blue milk for cruise guests.
Team blue milk. I love that stuff. No,
green
is nasty.
So, but yeah, Josh, when do we leave for Israel? So basically, the thing with Israel is we have two different budgets that we have to raise to be able to go. One's what's called a cash budget that pays for the plane tickets, housing deposit, utility deposits, passports, stuff like that. We've got that. That's easy. But then we also have to raise a monthly budget, people to help pay for our monthly rent and transportation and food and stuff like that. And that is sitting at a third of what we need. And that's why we're not going yet. So we get to keep working on that for a while. Once we get that up to around 75, 80%, then the overflow from the cash budget can start helping it. But basically our date is we go when we have the money. That's short answer. So one of these days, we will get there. We absolutely will. And there's a couple interesting things. So let's see. Silver Dollar City has some big plans this year. Going up there about a month to see it again.
Yay!
Well, who knows?
It's officially less than a month away.
I know. I'm gonna have to make some decisions. I'll be here for the opening. I guess I'm gonna have to actually look at getting the pass again because we'll be here for a little bit at least. Yeah. I can safely say we will be here till summer. Oop, and I'm knocking stuff off. So Judy no longer qualifies for DAS. That's sad. So I'm one of the people that need it, like the changes, but my sister's boyfriend's a disabled vet. He needs it too, and yeah, that's where it's hard because the people that have issues like that, it denies them. Um, I understand being more zealous about it, but they went too far.
Seems so choosy.
So, what do I think will happen to Disney when the new Epic Universe opens? I don't think Epic Universe is going to affect Disney's attendance or numbers at all. It will boost Universals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It will make Disney hopefully up their game, kind of like Hogwarts and Harry Potter did at Universal.
It could.
Because the Harry Potter area was such a step up from anything Disney had done.
Yeah.
Disney then tried to step in with Avatar, which was an improvement.
And then Galaxy's Edge.
You can see the huge difference it made. But now Universal's going to have a whole park.
And then there was Avengers Campus, which I haven't been. I don't know. But it just seems... I'll figure it out when I get there.
You'll see it here. She's leaving in a week.
Yeah.
A week. So yeah, she finally gets to see Disneyland and Avengers and yeah, you'll get to see where they've done real good. You'll see all the original stuff at Disneyland, and then you'll see where they skimped.
I'm so excited, regardless.
Yeah, but
so new. Everything's new.
I
went from knowing a great deal about like putting together a Disney World trip, and now I feel like I'm back in like training mode.
She's gonna walk into Main Street and go, the castle's so small.
No, I'm not.
Everybody who's used to Disney World does.
I'm prepared for that.
You look at it and you go, it's small, but it's so cute, and it's Walt's castle.
Yeah, one of my friends who I'm meeting to go there. That's the like main thing we're going to hang out. But she was like, "Now, don't be disappointed. I know you're from Disney World."
Yeah,
I'm like, "There's no way I can be disappointed." This is
but Epic Universe will be. It's going to be a great success for Universal, but it's not going to impact Disney's numbers. It might slow growth a little bit, but so. What's the shock at the end of Main Street? Oh, what's the shack at the end of Main Street? That's the castle. So, let's see. This man, is it just me or is Disney trying to target a certain audience? Okay, so the $400 Premier Pass is for a small select group of people. That's not for everybody. Just like it is at the Cedar Point parks, just like it is at the Universal parks. It was never intended for everybody, and everybody getting upset that they can't afford it is overblown.
I agree.
That's like, okay, you can't afford a VIP tour either. So does that mean they're blocking you out?
It's selected for a reason.
Yeah. So forget the Premier Pass. It doesn't affect you. I'm sorry. I know it's like, but people get hung up on the fact they can't get everything. Okay, so there's not enough seating at CRT, Cinderella's Royal Table, for everybody.
Go somewhere else.
Does that mean that you've been excluded?
No.
Purposely? No. So it's okay. Adding more expensive perks on top of the regular things is not a bad thing. Okay. Taking away perks that were already there, that is. So, but yeah, that's my view. I don't mind them adding stuff as long as it doesn't take away stuff. So, let's see here. Yeah, Tom. All right, going to the real Disney park. Yeah. Craig, who's used the Premier Pass.
Yeah, he knows.
Craig makes a lot more sense at Disneyland, where it covers both parks, than it does at Disney World and single parks. True. I can see it at Magic Kingdom. You've got a lot more rides and attractions there. Studios, you can see it some because there's a lot more. Yeah. Epcot,
not.
Animal Kingdom.
I would put Animal Kingdom based on my perception, I would put Animal Kingdom above Epcot for like worthiness.
But as far as the number of actual attractions go,
yeah,
there's actually more at Epcot.
Yeah,
because you've got Test Track, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not right now, you don't.
Well, normal. Figment, Soaring, Remy, Frozen,
Land.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
true.
Yeah, once you start adding it all up, but
anyway.
But yeah, let's see. Craig, since Elizabeth and I both got sick, we canceled our CRT ADR, so someone got some same day pixie dust.
I'm sorry you got sick.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sad you got sick. But, do Disney cast members that work on cruise ships, I bet they have more training since it's ship at sea. It's a very different kind of training. and I don't know that much about it. I've just read and heard stuff. But yeah, they've got the additional sea stuff. A lot of the cast members cover more than one job. If they work in the restaurant, they'll be there. But if they're in other spots, especially if they're like characters and stuff, they'll do multiple things.
Yeah.
So,
Touch your food.
Megan's always in a good mood. How does she do it?
Oh, I don't always, but thank you so much. This is kind of just how I'm built. There's so much negativity right now going around too. But that's really just, this is kind of it.
Yeah.
This is just it.
So, is CRT overrated? Ooh, good question.
I've never actually been.
Well, I've served pictures there a bunch. I've never eaten there, although I've eaten the food, but I have not eaten in it.
How was the food?
I've got CRT mugs,
Ooh.
and stuff, but the food was good. It was really good, but it is definitely one of those places you're paying for atmosphere.
Sure.
Which a lot of the Disney restaurants you're paying for atmosphere.
I feel like it would be a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a neat place to eat. Absolutely.
I totally fall for the primetime atmosphere 100% of the time.
Are you excited about the Monster Inc. section of Disney?
This is a tough one. You go.
Okay. The Monsters Inc. part, yes. What they're doing with what was there, no. We had a whole video about this.
Yeah.
I think they should have put Monsters Inc. over at Animation Courtyard, where Star Wars Launch Bay was.
And in like the Disney Junior show.
Yeah. And Muppets should be staying.
Yeah.
Muppets is the issue.
I'm not saying that of course I'm a fan of the Muppets, but also in general, I just wish that we could just add on instead of always be replacing.
Yep.
Yeah. We get into it. We go on.
But okay, so Megan, I'm gonna get a couple of these things out of the way, especially since I keep knocking the one over.
Yeah.
So Megan just got back from Disney World, and we're working on her vlogs. We should have vlogs coming out this week. So she's actually gonna be risky and let me do a couple of her vlogs. Edit them.
Very thankful. Thank you.
But okay, so I'm guessing these are what you brought.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So we got the little program, and then of course the fart pin.
Farts.
By the way, if you don't know, Festival of Fine Arts. So we drop out Festival of the Arts. Well, okay, so it used to be Festival of the Fine Arts when it started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But the Festival of the Arts is more.
So yeah, now they shortened it up and made it a fart.
Yeah.
My wife is
She's like, do not get hung up
Festival of the Arts. So yeah, I know it is kind of a stinky name, but
that joke stinks.
I'm sorry, I just had to rip it out there.
No.
Okay. My wife is over there rolling her eyes at me right now.
I genuinely, I forgot to in the booklet, I forgot to mark what I ate, even though this time I only have 2 festival food items. I did that in my flower and garden one.
Oh, okay.
I did a lot more eating.
See, these are so much fun to kind of look through. And when you pull the old ones out, you can see how it's changed and evolved over the years. And then, of course, all the food offerings. And
even though I know nobody asked, I had the sushi donut and the deviled egg trio.
The sushi donut. Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It was so good.
Let me see. I'm trying to see some of the stuff that we got coming up. Would you add another Muppet series on Disney Plus? So here's the issue. We were talking about this earlier. Jim Henson's son, Brian, is the one who kind of runs the Muppets now. And Brian doesn't get the Muppets sometimes. Sometimes he does. The Muppet Haunted Mansion special was awesome.
So good.
Perfect. The Muppet TV series was horrible.
Even though I do still actually want to watch it. I haven't I didn't watch it while it was on, but
so,
I just want to work my way through the Muppet library on Disney Plus.
If the Muppets are done like the old Muppet Show or Muppet Haunted Mansion, where the Muppets are innocent but insane, it works. The problem with the Muppet TV show, the series, was they tried to make the Muppets like us and dealing with the same problems we had. Like Fozzie's breaking up with his dating relationship.
It's sad.
No, Fozzie should just be playing rejected all the time because his jokes are terrible. And so it just didn't work. And so Brian keeps doing these things where he's trying to make the Muppets,
He's trying.
and
He's
it's like,
trying.
no. Remember what they are. And Frank Oz and a couple of others have tried to tell him, and it just
doesn't quite stick. Well,
so
back and forth. I would feel tempted to blindly say yes, always more Muppet series, but it could go either way.
what I would love to see them do, although it'd be hard to do it right, is I'd love to see them do the whole Muppet Show in a new format.
Like how so?
Okay, so this is actually what I hoped the series was going to be.
Yeah.
Is basically take the same ideas and just bring it into a modern setting.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm actually rewatching the Muppet Show right now.
So if they're doing a variety show for TV instead of a theater, and then you can add in the zaniness with the TV cameras not working or the sound system, and
modern.
Yeah, bring it up the stuff happening today.
Yeah.
And
fun.
I think that would be a fun way to do it, and don't give us the Muppets Daily Problems.
No. Was that the same series as where it's been described as The Office but Muppets?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like
I like those things separately.
Yes.
That's all.
So, let's see, Judy. I'm going to try the free water park pass when you stay at a resort all-star movies and a water park. So you'll enjoy the water parks. Disney has the most amazing water parks. This is the one thing Herschend has not done well. Whitewater is lame. It's small and
I'll defend the Lazy River.
Okay, the Lazy River's nice, but have you been to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon?
Yes. Those are way better.
It's
say that. Those are
anything,
better.
any of the water parks in Florida. SeaWorld's is better. Not Discovery Cove, but I'll think of it. Universal's is awesome. Wet and Wild, when it was still there, was amazing. Yeah. So
Whitewater is just a lot smaller of a scale, and it's restricted.
Yep.
Physically by land.
Let's see. Were you able to meet any rare characters on your visit?
No, I'm sorry. I'm so awkward at meeting characters as an adult. Like, I think it actually went better for me as a little kid because I wasn't overthinking it.
So
however, I do want to see if I can find Oswald in Disneyland.
So next time we go with you, we haven't done the character thing really the last couple trips. So we need to make that. Craig, next time we're there with you, we need to do the characters more and get Megan over this.
That's okay with me.
We'll drag her in.
I did meet 2 years ago on a different trip, so definitely was still a grown up at that point.
Yep.
I met Joy because she's my favorite. But even then, I don't know what it is. I'm not scared. I'm just so awkward.
In the presence of somebody famous.
I was starstruck.
So, when Disney opens up Villainland, are they going to stick the accounts, the bean counters? That'd be a good place for them. So, let's see here. Disney should bring back the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. It was a playground. It was a boring playground.
The 3D show.
Oh, the 3D show?
I think is what you were talking about.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was thinking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground.
The place that was iconic as a child.
The 4D movies in there were good. I think it's something that's kind of passing its time.
It seems like it's not that it's not good. It does seem a little dated. From what I remember from it. Where I don't even remember what park that was in.
It was at Epcot. It was right next to Journey to Imagination.
That's what I thought but the playset was in studios.
Yeah, and playset was at studios. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's dated.
My mom always flinched at the snake.
Let me see here. Oswald's at DCA.
I've seen that.
Oh, Craig.
So I would find him.
I hear you on awkwardness. I don't mind meeting characters if I'm with a group, but I usually don't go to them solo, and Elizabeth is a nurse. Okay. Next time I'm with you, Craig. Characters. Gotta do characters.
Now, it's not to say that I didn't try on another recent trip. I was gonna see if I could meet Figment last April. My friend who I was with could take or leave characters. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna go see if Figment's still meeting. His line was closed, and I took that as my sign. I was like, okay, good. That's just me.
Gotta do characters.
Gotta.
I mean, hey, my sister mocks me because I love seeing the characters, but oh well. So I actually got this a couple weeks ago. So when you send mail to me, make sure you put Sir Willow on the envelope, because I want to make sure that I know it's for the channel. But I was excited. I started opening and went, oh wait, nope, I want to save this because this is hope you enjoy from Doug at BGT Safari. Doug and I have talked a few times. When I did the Rhino Rally recreation, I actually borrowed some of his stuff then. He's been very kind to let me use some of his pictures and things. So
cool.
Look up BGT Safari. He's got some great stuff on there, and he's constantly posting new pictures and stuff. But he's got a number of things here.
That's a pile.
Several brochures. So we got, let's see, the original Wisconsin ducks. Like the old Branson ducks?
Ducks?
Yeah, that's the old style ones. You don't see those around here anymore.
No, you don't.
They have ducks now, but they're more like big buses.
They're 21st century ducks.
Yeah. The House of Rock Dinosaur World. That's the one in Florida.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. My son used to love Dinosaur World.
I don't know
So,
Dinosaur
it's
World.
It's halfway between Tampa and Orlando.
This would be cool.
Let's see. Diamond. Ooh.
$2.
Okay, so we're talking about water slides. How about the tallest water slide? Look at that.
Dang.
That looks cool. That looks cool. Christmas in the Dells dinner show.
Ooh.
That just looks scary.
Oh.
That looks like something we see here in Branson. Christmas in Kentucky. He's got all sorts of stuff here. Canyon Coaster, Kentucky Kingdom. So you've been around, dude. Thank you. You got some great stuff. So I mean, all sorts of stuff there.
Yeah.
Thank you. A couple of those places. Okay, you know what? So we were doing a video about places that or rides that we didn't get to see. I have not been to the Wisconsin Dells yet.
Nope.
One of these days.
People who have been. I haven't been either.
It's the Branson of the North.
Nice.
So
The bushes like beans.
yeah, Bush's baked beans. So
Like the beans. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
well, I mean that totally makes sense since we've been to farts.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Hey, this is making me have like a squirrel moment. This like scenic railway attraction. My grandma is coming down here with my cousin in April, and I'm thinking that one day while my cousin's doing her work conference, I might see if my grandma wants to go. I'll take her to the Branson Scenic Railway. I think that would be so fun. She'd love that.
One day in Orlando at the end of March. One day. What would you do?
One day, what would I'd go to Disney World.
For me, I'd go to Disney. You get one park at Disney. You know what I would actually do if I only had one day?
What?
Only one?
What? One short day?
I would go to Universal and get a park hop. Get the park hop.
Interesting.
Because you can, if you get the skip the line and the park hop option, you can squeeze both. I've done it.
Ooh.
You can manage to do both parks in one day if you've got that the express pass for both parks, and you can do it.
That'd be very efficient.
And
fun.
It's a lot, but you can. That would be what if I had only one day. I would actually do Universal.
Cool. Well, that sounds like a really good use of your time. Definitely fun.
So something to think about.
I'm just really partial.
I mean, I love Disney. Disney for me is a multi-day thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if you've only got one, all right, where do you go? Magic Kingdom, Epcot.
My
don't park hop if you've only got one.
No, my gut says studios.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, do Universal. You can.
But that's good to know though.
Yeah. Let's see.
Have fun on your one day.
Anybody else excited to see Tough to Be a Bug go? Okay, so you need to watch our video coming up. We talk about it.
Yeah.
Be up next week. We got 2 videos that we recorded for you.
Yeah,
so
we can make that one next week.
Yeah, that'll be coming up. So,
I'm a Sophia fan, but anyway.
What rare character would you want to meet the most? You actually were talking about this.
What rare character would I want to meet the most?
Because you just said who you want to meet.
Oswald.
Oswald.
Oswald just seems so cute. Like we all love Mickey. We all love him. He's so classic. But I feel like Oswald is just so endearing. I don't know what it is.
Well, he's lucky.
Yeah. He just has his ears. He just looks so cute. I feel like he's
Who would I want? I probably want. I'm just trying to think. Prince John would be fun.
Ooh, that's pretty
From
good.
Robin Hood.
That's
There's a
deep
rare
cut.
one for you.
That's a deep cut.
I've seen him in the parades and stuff.
Yeah.
Goodness, who else would I want to meet?
One of this is super obscure, but one of the like coyotes, foxes from Pinocchio.
Ooh.
It's really obscure.
Okay. Oh gosh.
And if I'm not awkward to do it, this is who I would meet.
Honest Sean Falfo. Is that who you're thinking of?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know the name.
So the donkeys were the kids that transformed, but Falfo was the one that was kind of in charge.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And Gideon. They used to come out all the time.
Gideon is who I'm actually.
Gideon's the cat.
Okay, cat. I thought it
So-
was like a fox.
No, he's a cat. And you know what was amazing about Gideon?
What?
Well, so Gideon was usually portrayed as if he was drunk.
Pardon?
A lot of people don't realize that. They think he's just a little, dim in the head.
I'm gonna
No,
rewatch Pinocchio today.
He in the parks, the way they told him to play it is act as if you're drunk.
Branch out a little bit real quick, but I feel like considering I don't know if this is even a character to even meet, if we're going really, really obscure or really rare, I keep saying obscure, but the little clam babies from Alice in Wonderland with the walrus guy.
Oh yeah.
If they meet, I would actually muster up so much confidence to meet them.
Craig, at the risk of sounding like a terrible person, sometimes hearing other guests react was the best part about you.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Except for the kids screaming.
It's part of the
I didn't like hearing the kids scream.
No, because they were
but-
genuinely scared.
But hearing the adults scream, yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And if I found ways I could contribute to that, like I had one time that the family, when they were coming up to the bees,
Yeah.
I told the lady, the couple in front of me, I leaned up and said, "Make sure you lean back. Sometimes stuff swipes in front of you."
Oh, that reminds me. I'm just gonna tell one little teeny kind of part of my trip right now, just because it reminds me of this. I was in Epcot and I went into Club Cool to get some of their like royal watermelon. That's like my favorite. And there were like two like manager looking cast members out in like the corner nearest the machine that I was, and there was a first time family there, and the cast members they were like, "Hey, you should try the Beverly, it's really good." And then they looked at me. I don't know what caused them to look at me, but they looked at me like they thought that I knew, which I do. And then like we looked back and forth, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, you should really try it," and then I left. Margaret's disappointed.
So years ago when we lived in Florida, my wife was teaching in elementary school there, and I was substitute and I would help chaperone field trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the third grade every year, their big end of the year field trip at the school was a trip to Epcot.
Amazing.
And between all the parents that worked there and teachers that worked on the side and us, we could get the whole entire third grade in free.
That's amazing.
So, but what was really hilarious was how many of these kids had no clue about the Beverly.
Oh, well, I mean,
And-
look at me. I didn't.
And so I'd run around. There were people that thought this was a really wealthy school because I carried around my own camera gear and I took pictures of the kids all day because they all wore school shirts. So they had the logo. So I'd see the logo. I'd take pictures.
And they would assume like they paid to get in here like
Oh,
everyone else.
I'd have people like, "Wow, that school's got their own photographer."
Wow.
But it was fun hanging around Club Cool.
Yeah.
And taking pictures of all these kids. Okay, guys, here, y'all got to sample the Beverly, line up, and I get
What's your
pictures
drink?
of them swinging it and all the great faces. And then I make all the pictures available for the parents.
Oh, of course.
I would lock them online so you couldn't see them unless you had the password, but
That's funny.
it was just a fun little deal that we did. Yeah, so when you see the occasional picture with these kids walking around, their faces blurred, that's actually what it's from, is I've still got all those pictures.
Oh,
And I
okay.
do use them. So I just make sure I use them appropriately. So,
Yes.
let's see here. Let's see. So we got just fine. Esmeralda Quasimodo. Oh, that's who you'd like to meet. I totally done. Craig, I would have done Beverly shots with them.
Sure.
Yeah, Craig's one of those weirdos. He likes the Beverly. I don't know if like is the right word, but he doesn't mind it. Yes, you did. I have pictures of you having it.
Oh.
When the church leadership group all went, and we were there from.
I just don't remember it being memorable at all.
Yep.
It's just like,
I can't.
No, I've got pictures of you, Gary, his wife.
It does taste different than I thought it would.
It's
still not
cough
good,
syrup.
But
It's-
it's like my friend thought it tastes like cleaning chemicals. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's a little
it's just-
concerning. But
September 24, when we were at the hotel at night, Joanna was on the scooter. I was waving my flashlight saying clear to take off running to runway 29. Oh, fun. Okay, so I got a package here from Craig. And you never know what's going to be in here with Craig. Okay. Try and do this without hitting the microphone. So, hi, Sir Willow and Mega co-host. Happy 2025. I apologize it took me so long to ship this. Some of the items are required before Thanksgiving, but several things went sideways for me just before the holidays. You're in Ohio. There's no earthquakes up in Ohio. Okay. I have 3 items bagged and mega marked, but the rest are for Willow distribution as Sir sees fit. Mega mark. You got a mega mine too. Okay.
He's running with
On November 10th, made a donation to Broadway Cares and got 2 autograph programs. Ooh. And then there's a couple other things, so I'll see as we open them up. So let me. Okay. So we have a mega co-host. I am getting okay. So if you can't see it, Mike, you were asking. Here, let me hide comment. There. You were asking about that one. There she is. Yeah, that's my finger.
Very much, here. Very much present.
So everybody's going to be happy now. Pupper made a visit. Okay, so he says 3 items bagged and mega marked. Okay,
Mega marked.
so that
This
must
one's
okay.
mega marked.
So that must be all 3 items
Cool.
in there.
Thank you, Craig. Should
Um,
I go? You want to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. This is so fun.
Some of this is going to get passed to my
The first
off camera.
thing I've opened on.
The dog is sitting here going, "What's for me?"
Oh, nothing.
She's literally.
Neat. It's Jollywood Nights champagne flavored marshmallows
Shep.
with the Kermit and Miss Piggy.
That is awesome.
That is so fun. I saw these in videos, and I was like, "Wow, that's so interesting." Thank you, Craig.
Nice.
Should I try one?
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. So we got Mally O's.
Oh, I got one too.
Okay. So that'll be for my family. Yum yum.
Yum.
Chocolate. Okay. So Margaret,
Chocolate.
you don't have to come on camera if you don't want to, but there is boysenberry chocolate swirl coffee.
I've actually never had a boysenberry.
This is from Craig.
Oh.
So, yep. Come around. There's boysenberry chocolate swirl,
Thank you
and
so
then there is
much.
boysenberry vanilla.
oh, he's a friend indeed.
There you go.
I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Let's see here.
I got one more thing in
Okay.
the mega pack, mega marks. Oh, neat! It's a Jollywood. I recognize the gingerbread man immediately. It's a Jollywood Nights T-shirt. Craig,
You can smell the
Thank you.
right through
Ooh.
it. Smell it? Yeah, smell it, George. Smells amazing.
I actually don't know what I'm smelling for.
Boysenberry.
Mm. Okay, so look for the little hole in the back.
smaller hole.
The smeller hole.
Oh, this one smells a lot stronger than that.
It's the smeller hole. Okay, so the peanut brittle was an impulse buy after Kim Holderness pitched it on December 6th on the Facebook reel. If you haven't seen the Holderness family, you look them up on Facebook and YouTube. They're hilarious. Great stuff. Being made by Penn's Uncle Rusty, and had to buy some to prevent her from eating it all. So Shipping was the same for 1 to 3 bags, so for purely humanitarian reasons, I got a bag for Ohio that did not last long.
Purely humanitarian.
Purely humanitarian. One for Elizabeth's relatives that we saw around Christmas, and also the Missouri targeted one. It won't last long here either. I love peanut brittle. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to hold off on that. So we've got, a Life of Pi wood puzzle.
Ooh. I actually didn't see the movie.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Good.
Wood puzzle.
Nice.
I'm doing lots of puzzles. So let's see if I can get this out here. I'm trying to do this without dumping the box.
You want to hold the box?
Okay, so we've got a fully autographed Some Like It Hot program.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I'm guessing this is the Ohio series, but fully autographed. That's cool. That is really cool. And then there is a 'Twas the Night Before by Cirque du Soleil. Ooh.
I've never seen Cirque du Soleil.
You have? I haven't seen them live. We were never able to get to the one down at Downtown Disney. Sorry, Disney Springs. But watch them on TV. You can look them up. Neat shows.
Oh yeah, I've heard people have gone to them and loved it.
SeaWorld San Diego used to have a circus style show. Busch Gardens had one last time we were there too. It's a neat circus deal. In fact, I got to look up to. There's a little circus that travels around. They're supposed to come into Missouri this year called the Culpeper and Merriweather. They are a great little circus.
That's fun.
The one up in Springfield that's showing up the curtain and is but Margaret was always like, I don't know about circuses and stuff. We finally, this one came to Crane and took her to Culpeper and Merriweather.
Wow.
And she fell in love with the circus. So we're going, if we come anywhere close, I'll let you know when it is so you can go with us.
Yeah.
So have you ever been to a live circus?
Nope. Well, wait, yes, I have. I was very, very little. I had a Girl Scout patch on it. And it was the...
Very cool.
I'll remember it.
Disney brochures.
Yeah.
Disneyland. You get a preview.
I will.
And then let's see.
I saw like a Barnum thing.
Ringling Brothers, Barnum Bailey.
Yep.
So I've actually got original programs from that, seeing it.
I have the program.
And then my son actually has a coupon for free admission, lifetime admission, one time to Ringling Brothers, Barnum Bailey. And then they went, although they supposedly restarted again.
Oh, I haven't
But
heard.
yeah, they're supposedly starting back up again. Let's see, programs and puzzles. We're all from live performances throughout downtown Cleveland's Playhouse Square. Awesome. Those are very, very cool.
Yeah, super
So,
cool.
Star Trek Next Generation recast each character from the show, but use Disney characters. Ooh, that would take me some time. I'd have to think about that. Yeah, I'm the Trek nerd. Megan's like, I'm not that much of a
I
nerd.
draw the line at Star Wars.
Not that much of a nerd.
Oh,
We can
good.
fix that though.
Yeah.
More brochures. Okay, so this is from end of last year, and there is all sorts of more Disney brochures.
Yes.
Sweet.
I didn't bring any brochures from 2025, so
You're fired.
I'm fired.
Okay. I'll take it out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Looks like Figment is trying to redo my hair.
Did you see? Did I see what? I'm not sure. Guess what, Willow? In August, I'm going to see Weird Al in concert. Weird Al puts on a great show.
Ooh.
Great show.
I also really like the Walmart Amp as a venue. I saw the Jonas Brothers there, and it was a really good time. This is so not related, but everyone's been waiting for their announcement countdown to February 14th. Today, it was so underwhelming. I love them so much, but it was so underwhelming. They announced, are you ready for this? Jonas Con. It's in New Jersey, and it's barely over a month away. And like, I'm concerned for the attendance. Like, no one's gonna be able to clear their schedule that quick and get flights, hotels, all that stuff to it. And I'm like, would I want to go?
Brothers and Taylor Swift.
Oh, for sure.
I do Star Trek. She does Jonas Brothers and Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. I was announcing.
We should put Taylor Swift in like a Enterprise uniform.
Yeah.
This is processing for Megan.
It was
It's like,
processing. Ooh, if Selena Gomez goes on tour again, I would go. I've been to a few of her concerts. That was awesome.
It's funny because I can't say I'm a huge fan
Of Selena Gomez?
of any of them, but I don't dislike them.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I ended up at a show, that would be okay. I wouldn't mind being at a show.
Okay.
I might not know all the songs, but yeah.
I do.
But yeah, it'd be fun. Okay, pin time.
Yes, pin time.
Hollywood Nights. Okay, there's the gingerbread. That's a cool pin.
That looks heavy duty.
I will say Disney's been coming out with some different style pins. That one's actually a soft enamel. Okay, so here's the pin nerd. One of the ways you can usually tell a real pin from a fake is if it's smooth or the paint dips. But this one, the paint dips because that way on purpose. Because it's gingerbread man. And then more Christmas pins. Let's see if I can hold that. There it is. Try and hold it so the light doesn't glare too much off of it.
Ooh, that one's
Ooh, okay. So we got Star Wars Life Day and the Festival of the Holidays and another Life Day. Life Day. We don't have a Christmas. We had the Star Wars Holiday Special. And if you've never seen it, you got to watch it once just because it's so bad.
Is it on Disney Plus?
I don't know if it is. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw it.
I feel like Star Wars wants to forget it.
Lucas does, that's for sure. It was bad. And then these are actually ones I've seen already. They're puzzle pins. Yes, the Animal Kingdom puzzle pins. So there was what, one? I think there's one in there I don't have already in the set, and then the others are going to be traders.
Yeah.
So thank you, Craig.
Yay, Craig.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I'm excited about these marshmallows.
Yeah,
I'm excited about all of it.
I'm going to eat it right afterwards.
Probably.
Let's see here. Swift in Troy's old cosmic cheerleader costume. That would definitely be scary. Deanna Troy was the counselor on Star Trek.
Oh.
Let's see. Craig, nice. I have tickets to see Weird Al Saturday, September 13th. You're not going to find a bigger Weird Al fan than Craig.
That's true.
I think he is the biggest Weird Al fan. How many shows have you been to now, Craig? And you've met him 3 times, I think? Something like that. So, Meg, have you ever heard of Action Park? I don't know if I've told you about it. I actually mentioned it when we were recording earlier today. So I need to actually tell her about it. It was the biggest picture of Action Park is of a water slide they built that went down the hill and then does a loop.
You go upside down?
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
This was normal. There were more people that got injured at Action Park.
Oh.
It was insane. So, watch Star Wars Holiday Special on YouTube bootleg. I thought I saw it out somewhere officially. It might have been on Disney Plus, but
maybe you're thinking.
How about George in the cheerleader's outfit? Okay, now wait. Before you make that too cringy, I did it. If you go back before COVID, one of the things that see if I can get this right. One of the fundraisers that happens every year for Give Kids the World Village is they do essentially a roller coaster marathon. I'm going blank on the name. Judy will throw the name of the fundraiser up here if she's still with us. So I went out to Frontier City in Oklahoma and I live streamed for half the day raising money for Give Kids the World Village. And we ended up with $900 over the course of the day. But one of the things I did was if we hit certain goals, I wore a pink tutu around the park. So I had it around my waist for a while, then it ended up on my head. And
That's
but
not cringy. That's
no,
nice.
but it is still on there. So if you want the Sir Willow cheerleader, there you go. That's as close as you're going to get.
David is skeptical.
Yeah. It was definitely different.
Yeah.
So Craig with Weird Al, 15 live concerts, 5 in-person meets, 1 from waiting after show with fingers crossed, 1 winning a contest, and 3 VIP packages. Telling you, you're not going to find a bigger Weird Al fan.
That is actually me with the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
I've not missed a tour yet.
So let's see here. Willow, Disney should do a roller coaster The Aladdin carpet escape from the Cave of Wonders. Okay, would I ride it? If it's a roller coaster, would I ride it?
I don't know.
Do I ever pass up a roller coaster?
No.
Do I actually pass up any ride? Unless they tell me I'm not allowed.
No.
And even then I try to find a way. No, I don't pass anything. Nope. If it's a ride and I can ride it, I ride it. So absolutely. There actually has been proposals for a ride very similar to that too. I don't know if they'll ever do it. So back in the days of Disney Quest, one of the VR rides you could ride,
Was the
it was actually sitting on a little bench, and then you had a headset that was real heavy. But it was flying through the caves on the flying carpet.
I would do a pull the lever type of water ride.
Pull the lever, cock.
Like VR experience.
But yeah, they did actually used to have that. So would you believe we just hit an hour?
This has gone by so fast again.
I know.
I
Oh,
was
here you go.
wondering if I would feel like that again.
Craig has the link to the tutu section of the live stream.
Oh,
So if you want to see
yes.
cheerleader Sir Willow, there it is.
perfect.
So link is in the chat. I will try to copy and paste that into the comments for those who join in later. So
That's funny.
anything you want to say in closing?
I think we really covered so much. I appreciate everyone coming back with so many questions and comments and interactions. It's been so fun. This has flown by for me again. I didn't know if I felt like the last stream went by real quickly because it was new to me, but it's just so fun. Time flies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all.
Time's fun when you're having flies.
It's so fun for flies.
Katanga. She has no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
So Katanga was this musical that Busch Gardens, Tampa, used to have. One of the best shows I've ever seen in the theme park.
Oh.
It was a musical, Tales of the Jungle from Africa. And you had this frog that fell in love. And the line is, time's fun when you're having flies.
Oh. There you go.
There
There it is.
All right. And on that note, go look up Katanga online. You'll see what I mean. Great show. Thank you all so much for watching. My wife's just looking at me like I married an insane man. Yes, you did. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a happy Valentine's Day or a Single Awareness Day.
Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend.